How drug traffickers exploit container shipping, the MSC Gayane case. Commercial shipping has become one of the primary channels used by organized crime to move narcotics around the world. Criminal networks exploit the scale of global trade, using commercial vessels and containerized cargo to transport illegal drugs across international supply chains. At the same time, ship operators and container terminals face constant pressure to move large volumes of cargo quickly and efficiently. With millions of containers passing through ports every year, only a small proportion can realistically be inspected, creating opportunities for illicit shipments to remain undetected. This challenge highlights the growing importance of container terminal security. As trafficking methods become increasingly sophisticated, ports must balance operational efficiency with effective risk management and cargo control. We'll explore how narcotics move through container terminals, the risks they create for port operations, and how automation and digital technologies can help strengthen security and reduce vulnerabilities. One of the most striking examples of modern maritime drug trafficking occurred in 2019 aboard the MSC Gayane. As the vessel approached the port of Philadelphia, customs authorities acted on intelligence and conducted a detailed inspection. What they uncovered was one of the largest drug seizures in maritime history, nearly 20 tons of cocaine hidden within the ship's cargo. The scale of the seizure shocked the shipping industry. While drug trafficking through maritime trade is not new, the MSC Gayane case demonstrated how organized crime increasingly relies on the global container shipping network to move large quantities of narcotics across continents. The approach is straightforward. Criminal groups conceal illegal cargo within legitimate shipments, taking advantage of the enormous volume of global trade. With millions of containers moving through ports each year and only a small percentage subject to physical inspection, containerized shipping presents an attractive opportunity for smugglers. The case highlighted an important reality. Container terminals and shipping companies are no longer just logistics hubs. They are also on the front line in the fight against organized crime. As trafficking methods become more sophisticated, ports are under growing pressure to strengthen security, improve cargo visibility, and deploy technologies capable of detecting threats without disrupting the flow of global commerce. The challenge facing container terminals and customs authorities is largely one of scale. Modern ports handle thousands of containers every day, and with hundreds of millions of containers moving through global supply chains each year, only a small proportion can realistically be inspected. Checking every container would create severe delays and disrupt international trade. This creates an opportunity for organized crime. Criminal networks exploit the speed and volume of container shipping, concealing illicit cargo within legitimate trade flows. The sheer scale of global commerce provides a level of concealment that smaller smuggling methods cannot match. Customs agencies face a difficult balancing act. Increasing inspections can improve security, but it can also slow cargo movements, increase costs, and reduce terminal productivity. Finding the right balance between security and operational efficiency remains a major challenge. The MSC Gayane case highlighted the value of intelligence-led enforcement. Authorities targeted the vessel based on patterns identified from earlier seizures aboard the MSC Carlotta and MSC Desiree, demonstrating that effective security relies on more than random inspections. Today, container terminal security increasingly depends on risk-based approaches. Advanced analytics, cargo tracking, automated verification systems, and information sharing between terminals, shipping companies, and law enforcement agencies are becoming essential tools for identifying suspicious activity while maintaining the speed and efficiency required by global trade. Drug traffickers constantly adapt their methods, but one pattern remains consistent. When a smuggling technique proves successful, it is used repeatedly until authorities find a way to disrupt it. In the case of the MSC Gayane, investigators alleged that crew members had been bribed to assist smugglers. According to authorities, small boats approached vessels at night along the South American coast, transferring narcotics on board. The drugs were then hidden inside legitimate containers, with original seals replaced by counterfeit versions to avoid detection. However, this is only one of many methods used by organized crime. Container terminals themselves are often targeted, as criminals seek to exploit weaknesses in cargo handling, documentation processes, and container movements to insert or remove illegal goods. The challenge for ports is that these activities are hidden within the vast flow of legitimate trade. Traffickers rely not only on concealment, but also on the complexity and speed of modern logistics networks. This is why improved container visibility, automated verification systems, and tighter control of terminal operations are becoming increasingly important in the fight against maritime drug trafficking. Authorities became suspicious of the MSC Gayane partly because of its route. The vessel was traveling from South America to major European ports, including Port of Rotterdam, Port of Antwerp, Port of Le Havre, and Port of Hamburg, all major logistics hubs that have long been targeted by organized crime groups seeking to distribute narcotics across Europe. As cocaine trafficking has increasingly shifted to maritime transport, authorities have intensified scrutiny of cargo arriving from high-risk regions. Large container vessels allow criminal organizations to move significant quantities of drugs in a single shipment, making commercial shipping an attractive transport channel. In response, traffickers continually adapt their methods. Some shipments are routed through Africa or North America before being transferred to another vessel, while others are concealed within trusted trade lanes and legitimate supply chains to reduce suspicion. The consequences of a security breach can be severe. Following the MSC Gayane seizure, the vessel was detained for weeks, causing operational disruption, financial losses, and reputational damage. The case demonstrated that narcotics trafficking is not only a law enforcement challenge, but also a significant business risk for shipping companies and ports. For container terminals and shipping lines, effective security measures, cargo visibility, and strict control procedures have therefore become essential to protecting both operations and reputation. The MSC Gayane case placed container terminal and maritime security firmly back in the spotlight. While attention focused on the vessel itself, the incident exposed vulnerabilities across the entire supply chain, from ports and terminals to ships and inland transport networks. In response, shipping companies strengthened security measures significantly. Additional onboard security personnel were deployed on certain routes, surveillance systems were expanded, and inspections of crew accommodations and personal belongings became more rigorous. The goal was to prevent unauthorized access, detect suspicious activity, and reduce the risk of internal involvement in smuggling operations. Container terminals also tightened their procedures. Access controls were strengthened, monitoring systems expanded, and cargo handling processes reviewed to identify potential weaknesses. Operators recognized that criminal organizations often exploit small gaps in security, such as unauthorized access to container seals, incomplete tracking information, or insufficient oversight of. As a result, security is increasingly becoming an integral part of terminal operations rather than a separate function. Modern terminals must balance two objectives: maintaining high productivity while ensuring strict control over cargo and access. Technologies such as advanced surveillance, digital tracking, automated verification, and stronger access management are helping achieve both goals. The lesson from the MSC Gayane case is clear. Container terminal security is no longer just about protecting assets. It is about safeguarding the integrity of the entire supply chain. As trafficking methods continue to evolve, ports, terminals, and shipping companies must continuously strengthen their defenses to stay ahead of increasingly sophisticated criminal networks. The battle between organized crime and supply chain security continues to evolve. As container terminals strengthen their defenses, traffickers constantly adapt their methods, searching for new ways to move narcotics into lucrative markets in Europe and North America. Law enforcement agencies recognize that completely eliminating maritime drug trafficking is unrealistic. Instead, the goal is to make smuggling more difficult, more expensive, and far riskier. Every additional security measure, inspection process, and control mechanism increases the likelihood of detection and reduces the attractiveness of the supply chain as a transport route for illicit goods. This places container terminals at the center of the fight against organized crime. As critical gateways in global trade, they play a vital role in protecting cargo integrity and preventing unauthorized access. Security is no longer just a compliance requirement. It has become an operational necessity that directly affects the resilience and reputation of the entire supply chain.